And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Today we are boarding the 2.5 to Heavensward and not stopping until we get there over the next few streams. We're not going to do it all today because that'd be like a 16-hour stream for getting through 2.5 and 2.55, or so I'm told. But it's going to be MSQ for quite a while with no detours. And voice chat.
Hello.
How's it going, Nick?
I'm down for a 16-hour stream if you are.
No, thank you. I've got other stuff I gotta do. Hey, Minda.
Hello.
Hello. Also, a 16-hour stream would probably take up like 50 gigabytes of space on my hard drive. Exporting that in my video editor would be a nightmare. Probably take like 2 days.
Well, we could just have cut-off points where we stop the recording and restart it. See, that's the pragmatic solution.
So what have you been up to?
I've just been enjoying the new patch.
Oh, right, Final
Yeah.
Fantasy XIV. It's everything you do.
I mean, there's a brand new patch. Of course, I'm going to be busy with it.
That's true.
Yeah, the new patch was the big thing this week, of course. And then a lot of D&D. Had like a couple big D&D sessions this week with 2 different campaigns.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And it was very nice. Had like probably not the final battle, but like the penultimate battle in the game I'm DMing, which is fun. So that session is rolling into a close pretty soon.
Always good.
And meanwhile, with a completely separate group, we are winding up to start a new campaign, and I'm going to play an elephant person rogue because that sounds hilarious.
Oh, Loxodon, right?
Yeah, Loxodon rogue.
Fun.
Loxodon Soul Knife specifically, so an elephant man who stabs people with their brain.
I read somebody's little story of a game they ran or played or whatever, where one of the players was an orc rogue who was he was terrible at stealth, but his intimidation stat was so high that he would just tell people, "You don't see me," and they would just agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the new MGP mount. Where do I get that?
It's 4 million MGP.
Oh,
so
I guess I don't.
Yeah.
It's from the prize exchange right next to it.
Yeah, it's in the prize exchange, so same place as all the other rewards.
Yeah, blackjack. The airship from 6, the first one you get. Oh.
Yeah, like, and I 100% last week, you can go back to the VOD and watch, I 100% called the price of the thing.
You did?
Like, yeah. Like somebody in chat was saying, it's like, I don't know, it's probably going to cost like 500,000, 1 million MGP. I'm like, no, honey, no. I saw the picture of it. That's not going to be 1 million MGP.
I wasn't surprised that it'd be like I expected it to be like 1.5 million to 2 million, but 4 million I did not anticipate.
I'll be saving up for that for a while.
Yeah, I actually still have to save up for that on my main character. I only had 2.5 million, so it's going to take like a month to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of shocking considering I recently got the achievement for having obtained a total of 10 million MGP. You would have thought that would have, you know, kind of guaranteed me having enough for anything they added, but nope.
Yeah. Well, because you look at the picture of the thing, and it's a huge mount, and the previous most expensive thing, the Sabatender mount, is 2 million MGP. So I figured, okay, well, this new thing is just going to be twice the price of the old most expensive thing. And look at that. That was the number.
All right, here we are. Let's begin. Wilred. Did you hear, my friend? I've received my first official assignment as a full-fledged member of the Crystal Braves. Good for you. Alianne. Why, Lord, this is a surprise. Resh wished for me to thank you for helping us to rescue her from Castrum Sentry. How fortunate that we could meet again so soon. And you, Hase. The warrior of light, ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kurthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? Funk. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilberd, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, there's a missing U in that catalog. I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Riol stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. It's weird that I'm the only one here who has a shadow.
They've got shadow on my screen.
A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Ul'Dan merchants, who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There will be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the Cerulean processing plant. Time for the Fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Alianne, for the freedom of all. Yes, see, I'm the only one with a shadow. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution. Until we meet again. Lore, a word, if it please you. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Ooh, what secrets is he going to impart? Why did I go this way? So many easier ways I could have gone. Well, that player's named Obra Dinn. I've heard of that game. Wait. The Sapphire Avenue Exchange was right next to us.
Yep.
I'm an idiot.
Exactly the wrong direction.
Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burnin' Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out.
In case you forgot, this was when you ran into the cave and Gilbert had just murdered a dude, and it was very sus.
Yeah. That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwights they were chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw 'em yourself? Not before the fighting started and not after? Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, gods damn it. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books, or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days, the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I've a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then, best get back to it. Lore, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Yes, I will drop everything for this conversation. What's up? Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able. Well, let's pray return.
I think people have moved around again.
Noted.
Actually, maybe not.
Well, I'll talk to one of them and see if I recognize the dialogue.
Yeah, they're the same. Just Tara's moved.
Yeah, they're all the same. Thank you for coming so quickly, Lore. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady, by all indications. Excuse me. Our guest is with the antecedent in the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? Lucia, huh? Have I met her before?
Yeah, she's
Oh, she's one of what's-his-face's aides, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Amaric's right-hand woman.
Right. Took me a moment to place her. At this point, it would be more unnerving if he spoke plainly.
You really would.
Unexpected tidings from the north, borne by the Lord Commander's second. What manner of wind bloweth this day? Good of you to join us. We have much to discuss. This is no time for idle chatter. It's always time for idle chatter with you, Tataru.
We should get going for a coffee with her sometime.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
And speak we shall.
I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Loreweaver as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
I don't see why. She hasn't explained it yet.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
Oh, so you kept them in the dark too? Alright.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm.
You can just say alarm, it's fine.
Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life.
Can we make is there a way to make sure it stays that way?
Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Sorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights.
And so you turn to me.
Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Yeah, sure.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
So, what am I looking for?
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
I'm looking for dragony things? You know, burninated peasants. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Urianger stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Baelsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard Sormer, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's cerulean engines failed and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether from mulms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. So this took place well before the game started. This was not part of the lead up to the end of 1.0.
Yeah, this was 50 years before 1.0.
Yeah, this was in fact 10 years before 1.0. And then you saw it in the 1.0 trailer, if you remember.
I do.
Yeah.
In accordance with Sir Emmerich's wishes, our dome and allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. One sec, I gotta put on my hoodie. Because I am kind of chilly. Oh, I got fluff in my eye. Ow. All right. Off we go. Oh, it's in this zone. All right.
Yeah, it's Madonna.
I was just saying that I forgot that it was in literally this zone as opposed to an area in the next zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't teleport from the Rising Stones to Ordona again. Which is something you have done before.
I do remember doing that, yes.
Could be worse. A friend of mine teleported from Revenant's Toll to Revenant's Toll. I proceeded to walk to the crystal and arrived there before he finished teleporting.
Ha!
You know, this would be a lot more impactful if it wasn't foggy as fuck.
Yeah, there have been a few times where we've been doing cinematic shit in Mordona, and the weather has just not cooperated with lore.
Yeah, it's been super annoying. Whoops.
The weather heard me and has cooperated.
Oh, look at that.
Has it?
Yeah, it literally just changed from fog to gloom. So now we've got dramatic lighting instead.
Gloom is a fun one.
You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment.
And you waited until now to tell us?
So it's true, then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely. But if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. You know, climb the whole thing.
That looks so good in this lighting.
It does bother me a little that the dome of purple weirdness is in front of the Agrius and the worm.
Fair. But...
Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. The Keeper of the Lake now accessible. Immediately. This is a dungeon, right?
Yep.
So only 4 of us. Who wants to be our 4th man?
Well, Melena's right here.
That's true. You want in, Milena? All right, Milena's in. So who's doing what? Danny's a tank, obviously. So who's swapping out a healer? Oh, Minda swapped out a healer.
Are you okay with biggish pulls, Milena? Cool. Just if you find yourself wanting me to slow down, just say so in pack chat.
15 years ago, in the skies above Silvertear Falls, the invading forces of the 14th Legion were set upon by a host of dragons. Leading the charge was Midgard Sormr, legendary King of Kings, who engaged the Garlean flagship, the Agrius, in battle. In the end, both Midgard Sormr and his foe fell to the earth, and their tangled remnants stand as a memorial to that day, a ruined airship and the charred corpse of the Worm Lord who brought it low, forever devoid of life. Midgard Sormr, I recognize as the name of one of the Espers in 6, right?
Yeah, the one that you got from the Yeti Cave.
Right, yeah. The one that has the spells that hit my party.
Yeah, in the and in not obviously in Norse mythology, it was the World Serpent that held the world together.
Yep. All right, let's go.
Yeah, my favorite figure in Norse mythology is Ratatoska, the squirrel that would go between Midgard Sormr and a gigantic falcon, and just spread lies and rumors about them just to make them hate each other. It spent all this time climbing up and down the world tree.
So, question: instead of doing big pulls, do we want to do this with minimum item level?
It's a bit late now. We're already in.
Oh yeah, but we can like run back out.
True.
We were in the middle of a sentence, so I couldn't stop and ask when we were.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, let's ask Milena. I'm down for minimum item level. Oh, there's our profile pics.
Cylinder.
What is it with you and being naked, Minda?
This is just like my favorite samurai look is just going in topless.
The Sephiroth look.
The Sephiroth look, exactly.
Milena says I could try either way. This stuff is pretty damaging, more so than other dungeons. Do you want to do it normally and then minimum item level after?
Well, I mean, that just means we're not going to be able to wall the trash.
Fair enough.
And the healer's going to have to stay awake.
I don't mind either way.
Yeah, let's try minimum item level at least once.
Yeah.
How do I exit the duty?
Click on Duty Finder and leave.
Also, you guys really need to get a portrait set up.
I do. I just haven't had time this week. But it's like, damn it, now that they're using portraits outside of PvP, they actually matter.
Yeah, I will admit I just imported my adventurer plate portrait over, but.
Mm-hmm.
But on my main character, I have 20 portraits for each job.
Yeah, well, like that's the other thing too with me is that like I have every job at max level, so that's a lot of portraits I need to make.
Oh yeah, 20.
Mm-hmm.
And Millennia, you go into the character menu, and then it's you've got adventurer plate and portraits as the third and fourth.
Anytime you change your armor, it resets your portrait?
Yep.
Yeah, but
luckily you can't just press one update button to fix it, so it's not that bad, but it is annoying.
Yeah, but basically,
okay, that's better then.
Yeah, you just go into your portraits, open the portrait and then just save portrait immediately. That's how you update it. I was having an issue where it kept ignoring my portraits on my main character, but I think I've figured out why. It's because I didn't have my jewelry on the glamour plates, so it was having discrepancies, like this jewelry that you were equipped with doesn't look like it does on your portrait. Okay.
All right, let's begin.
This will be your since we're doing it minimum item level. This will be the first real test of your maximum item levels weapon you got. Paladin got a rework on this patch, so it's it's been interesting having to relearn my job.
Yeah.
For considering, you know, this was also the week that we got back to Savage as well.
Yeah, it's like it's Paladin hasn't been my main recently, but I did like check it out a little bit on Tuesday, and it's annoying because like it didn't change that much, but it changed just enough that my hotbar doesn't really make sense anymore.
Well, for me it was just like, my muscle memory keeps absolutely screwing me over.
Mm-hmm.
Son of the Keeper, there's a cool monster.
Yeah.
I have seen this monster design before, but it is a pretty cool one.
It's like a baby Leviathan.
Danny's about to die.
I've gone invulnerable. Yeah, the most awkward thing about the paladin changes is because of the change in rotation. The high-end players have been figuring it out bit by bit, so I have had to learn new rotation 3 times this week as they refined it. it's like, okay, I've learned this new rotation, and now there's a new one. Now I've learned this one, and then my second's like, oh, there's a new one today. Like, yeah, basically, you just wait until your buff's ready and then throw out absolutely everything all at once. Like, oh, so it's less a rotation, more of a kitchen sink it every now and then.
Yeah, it's very similar to how Dark Knights work. Because like Dark Knights have the same thing where they have like a million off cooldown abilities, and so you just wait for your buff window and throw out all of them at once.
Yeah.
Been a while since we've done a minimum item level experience.
Yeah. It's been a lot of trials lately where we just didn't have quite enough people for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like only the second MSQ dungeon we've had in the patches. After Snowcloak.
Yeah.
Einhander.
This is named after another Square Enix game. Can't remember which one it was.
Is it literally called Einhander?
It may well be. It's
because that does sound like a cool name for a video game.
Oh.
Are these missiles? Do we have to get away from them?
yes, this. I have not done this since the changes. Oh no.
Ow! I was directly in the center of that.
I was just paying attention to the fight. I looked up and Lord's just in the middle of that. Oh no, that's going to be the ultimate Venn diagram. And then it was the ultimate Venn diagram. That's proximity.
Okay, that one was my fault.
Yeah. Yeah, that pulse means get away from it, because the further away, the less damage you take.
Gotcha.
I don't think you've seen it since we did the Praetorium.
It has been a while. Oh, there are enemies that are dropping those things. I see.
Yeah. So we need to go to the side. Detonation, and then over to where they were.
Oh, I barely survived that.
Yeah, they've changed a lot of dungeons for the sake of the AI allies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where? And then move to where they were.
Alright, we've almost got him.
Yep. I suppose I can throw in an LB.
May as well. By the way, limit breaks are always flat damage. Nothing can buff or nerf the damage that they do. It's based entirely around the item levels of the equipped weapons of the entire party.
Yep.
Look at this Ring of Calling. I'll roll neat on that.
Yeah, just always roll on gear, because gear is good.
Oh, I wasn't calling, it was casting, which you are a caster class, so it makes sense to have it. It's not as good as what you got equipped though.
Well, that's an annoying alarm sound.
It's an alarm.
It's an alarm.
Would you say it was alarming?
Alarm, you mean?
Oh, we've got an iron giant sniping at us from behind that barrier.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta kill the magic field generator over there. Now you can target the giant.
It is saying feel me. Sort of.
I always just had kill me. Like the alarm was so distressed that he's just asking to be put out of his misery. I got an achievement. I have killed 5,000 enemies.
Nice.
Nice.
There's an achievement on the HD. Well, say HD, but the remasters of Final Fantasy IX for killing 500 enemies, and yeah, I managed to get through the entire game without getting that achievement. I'm good enough at Final Fantasy IX that I do not need to grind to the extent that I didn't even kill 500 enemies throughout the entire game.
Nice.
Oh, dead tank.
Uh-oh.
Very visible. Yeah, against the mobs on minimum item level, healers can't really do much damage. They tend to have to focus majority of healing.
Yep.
And there I go.
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run.
Should I return to the starting point or wait for a revive?
Might as well
return to
return
the
to
starting
that
point.
and use the shortcut.
Yeah, return.
I've been using the new theme. It's got this really nice blue gradient.
That's the entryway that lets me exit. Ah, here's the shortcut.
Remember, you can zoom out to get a bit of a better look.
I'm ready.
Okay. And don't stand in front of the Iron Giant. It cleaves with some of its melee attacks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's more loot to roll on.
How much did I roll that? 10. You coming, Milena? Danny, wait.
I am. I don't start a boss fight until everybody's here.
Especially the healer.
Milena, if you click on somebody and then right click, you can do focus target, which allows you to create a little extra health bar that will always be there. That might be easier for you to click on than specifically trying to click on me.
One sec, I'm gonna take a swig of water.
Okay. Okay, let's do this.
Let's get our murder on.
Right, I don't know how this is gonna play out.
This boss is a lot easier than it used to be.
Oh, wait, no, the flamethrower still works the same way it did. Yeah, the way this used to work is it would pick a target and then follow them leaving a trail of fire. Then the fire stayed, and it would do it twice in a row, leaving very little room on the ground. I mean, you had to be very careful where you positioned it yourself, because otherwise you would just end up with everything
No space.
in fire.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they changed that.
We got ads now though.
We had ads back then. Looks like he just goes down the middle now. So here he comes.
No, not Minda. Not Milena. Click the enemy. Why isn't it letting me select the asshole? There we go.
Are you pressing up and down on the D-pad by mistake?
No, I was hitting the X button.
Oh, well, I do believe on pad, up and down selects your party members, and left and right selects enemies. So that might be helpful. Oh no! Oh no! Ah, fire! Hot!
Did he just summon... Oh, not another gunship. It's one of these assholes. All right.
Oh, I keep forgetting how the flamethrower works and won't go back into it.
Okay.
Wow.
What? What? He just like turned around and just bopped me in the nose. What the fuck was that?
No, bad cheating.
Well, I got the limit break off. Okay.
He likes you.
Yeah. Okay. Catboy detected.
Oh, shit. Well, I don't know what you're made of.
Fun, is it?
I don't know what you're made of, tissue paper man, but it didn't kill me.
I can imagine the final boss he's got probably got quite a large change.
Yeah, the final boss has been changed pretty significantly. Like the bones of how it used to work are there, but like the mechanics are completely different.
Interesting.
It has like it basically has like all the same phases. They just work differently, so they're more manageable for AI for the AI.
Okay. To be fair, most of the changes have made things more interesting and more engaging, rather than like it's.
Yeah, it's not like they've just like straight up nerfed the fights. They've just made them like more modern.
Yeah, like the fun thing is the AI are not actually all that stupid. It's just they can't handle, ironically, the more mundane mechanics.
Yeah. Well, like, and also like the old mechanics on some of these bosses were tricky. Like, you know, target the sprig with the snowball or whatever. It's like, okay, how are you going to program a computer to do that?
Yeah.
Hey, Jojo, welcome back to the game. This is good music.
It is.
Yep. That is this game's music in a nutshell. Very, very good. And getting better bit by bit.
Yeah, there are a few good tracks in the new patch.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I'm thinking about them in my head. I'm having a hard time picking a favorite.
Man, it's probably the new trial music.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the biggest banger.
Yeah.
It's like I think my personal favorite is probably the first raid boss theme.
Also very good, especially with the fiddle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's shooting at us. That Magitech ship in the sky.
Yep.
Thanks for clearing the way.
Very convenient.
Cutscene.
This is a funky floor plan.
Who treadeth now upon
Oh,
my bones,
that is an alive
and
Dargan.
waketh me from
Kind of.
slumber sweet.
Well, sort of, yeah. Just answer with my name.
Hello, I'm Loreweaver. You may have heard of me. If not, you should have.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
I fear no Dargan. I already killed your god. I mentioned it would piss him off intensely to be referred to as a Dargan. You guys ready to fight a ghost? A zombie ghost?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Actually, I guess the guy
He's a
technically...
ghost and a bitch. Also, I just love the line Thou hast forgotten the face of thy lord. Remember and fear me.
Yeah, that was pretty badass.
Yeah. It's like, alright, you have my attention.
Did I just get a buff called Fucka?
Sucker. Sucker is the party shield that can be applied by the scholar.
This is Bahamut's dad? How's that work?
Yeah. I mean, Bahamut had a dad. It's not that complicated.
Hey, I killed your son. It wasn't hard.
This guy's health bar is not going down very fast.
Just the way I like it.
Who?
Oh, hello, Mirage Dargans. Oh, we've got a timer. Uh-oh.
The magic darkens.
They are at that.
I'm messing up my rotation. Hang on. Focus.
Alright. We beat the ether gauge. Hearken to me, mortal, and thou shalt know I am thy lord.
Stack up and stay stacked up. We've got Akmon.
Oh.
Ow!
Oh, wow.
Melania was not prepared for that.
Melena!
Melena was not prepared for that.
I'm legit terrifying, or are you talking about Midgar Sormer, Count Bob?
Get it under his chin.
I can't.
Hide from me. God, it's talking about a reaction.
Oh, the attack is called Akmorn. Gotcha.
Yep, Akmon again. Boom.
No, stay here.
Yeah, Akmon is always a multi-hit stack. That's Get back on again.
And I think every time he does it, he adds one stack to the one more hit to the stack. So it's sort of like a soft enraged timer where if the fight goes on long enough for him to warn you enough times, eventually he's just gonna like beat you to death.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We always have act morn, but never act noon or act afternoon. And Twitch chat is probably wanting to kill me right now.
yeah.
Down to 15%. Akmord.
On again. I don't think he's adding to the Akmons, although I know there's a fight with a similar mechanic that does.
Or you can drop an LB. You might die.
Got him.
Nice.
And you have the LB for the thumbnail.
Hell yeah.
Don't do any other emotes before we get into G-pose.
Remember, Milena, stick around. What are you sorry for, Milena?
I forgot to summon her fairy. That explains some of the difficulties we were having.
Oh, those tries are actually quite cool.
Alright, where are we gonna... I guess...
Yeah, probably just right here is fine.
Yeah,
Probably.
You can't really get Midgard's from near in the picture because it's so high, but he is back there if you.
I mean,
look up.
how about since we can't really get Midgard Stormer in the picture, how about in the middle of the platform so we've got the cool pattern?
Oh yeah, there you go.
There's a thought. Alright, let's center ourselves. Short man up front. Alright, well
we can each stand on one of these little black nodes on in the middle.
Oh, there's a thought. Okay, I am aligned. And while you G-pose that, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Right, sir.
And I'm going to get a drink. I will also be right back.
I'm back.
Hello.
Well, we did it even without the fairy. Well, that was pretty cool. Right, so Bahamut was a regular-ass dragon at one point and became worshipped by the other dragons eventually.
Yeah, although you'll learn more about that at some point.
Fair enough.
Okay.
That's a crazy shield, Danny. Is that a cosmetic?
Actually, no. It's the one that we got from Bahamut.
Oh, it does look like my staff and silly robe.
Yeah, because the staff itself dropped, and I got the coffer. How's that? I sent it directly to you. There we go. It's going into the proper room now.
That's a good one. Let's paste it in Twitch chat. Cool. You're fine, Milena. Tell you what, it's your revenge for getting called Melania again.
God damn it.
Would that be a... no, I'm not even going to hit that pun.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
How long's a moment, Midgard Stormer?
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
That's okay. I just want you to go to sleep forever. Whatever. What? Actually, can you call off your dudes?
Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds.
Well, I already killed your son. How's that work out for you?
We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor.
I don't like this guy's voice acting.
Thy reprieve
Recently I've been playing through the game again, but with Japanese dialogue, and with Midgard Solmir, at least, his English voice acting is so much better.
It's worse in Japanese?
Yeah. Well, because, like, in Japanese, he just kind of sounds like a guy. You know, like, his Japanese Midgard Solmir just does not have nearly as much gravitas as he does in English.
I suppose. Did I just get frozen in place?
Trickery is thy shield. This frail, noble creature is not gifted, but chosen.
Did you just try to temper me? Come on.
Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent.
Well, that's the basis of any healthy relationship.
shall not harm thee.
Not for lack of trying. Ow! Right between my tits. Now I've got a third one and it glows. Oh, hey, Heidelin, what's up?
I did not consent to this.
Oh, what's happening to the crystals? They're going out. Well, this bodes ill. This bodes very ill. What is going on?
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker.
What did you do?
Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine.
So Heidelin instructed you to do that? Huh.
I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
You said you consented. Did Heidelin tell you to do that?
Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
Do I at least still have the echo and am therefore immune to tempering? Because that would be nice. Hi, little Dargan. You're cute. Are you going to kill me now?
The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will.
This guy's voice does not match the music that's going on behind him.
Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and an end.
So is this guy just going to follow me? Because I don't think the elves are going to like that very much. Oh, no, he's vanishing. Okay. Taking up residence inside my skull, maybe? So, Harshfont, I have some bad news about who's giving me blessings now. 'Cause I think technically I'm your mortal enemy at this point.
Can we still get married?
Oh, Midgard Stormer is a minion now. Okay.
Yep.
Is it
So, yeah.
the big dragon daddy, or is it the little dinky guy?
He's the little one. He can sit on your shoulder, but he will not do it when beckoned. He will only do it if he chooses to.
Huh.
Yeah, that was. Remember the blessing that you triggered during Ultima Weapon that allowed you to transcend mortal limits and fight back?
Yep, and that's gone now. Oh well, I like doing things by my own hand anyway. Let's do it! I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? Sure were. That's kind of what I do. But you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once.
So, Midgard Somir is one of my favorite pets, and there have been several times during the stream where I had him out and forgot. Wait, shit, spoilers! And so, like, if you go back and look at the stream, you'll probably see Midgard Somir hanging out around me, and then immediately he disappears, and I summon a new minion.
Ha! Beat you here!
I'm looking forward to when Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes out and everybody gets really angry that the Midgard Zolom is going to be correctly named Midgard Soma.
Mm-hmm. I just want to see it. I just want to know how they pronounce Kate Sith.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they're brave enough to do it correctly.
It better be Ketchi, because that is correct, and it will piss so many people off, and I can't wait!
12, save me. Is it coming? What should we do? Oh, he's not? Have you spoken with Commander Loreweaver yet? He has been pacing again. So, Lucia... I've got some bad news about my current allegiances. That Lady Knight from Ishgard cuts quite a gallant figure, doesn't she? Considering the sudden arrival of foreign envoys and the like, preparing suitable meals at the Rising Stones can prove to be an interesting challenge. We were able to locate those elusive manuscripts in the archives of the Thaumaturges Guild. I had not spoken much with the new guildmasters, but thankfully they were quite willing to accommodate us in our search. Though it may seem tedious when compared with the smiting of terrible foes, poring over crumbling scrolls is one of a scion's most important duties. Without the illumination of knowledge, we but vainly flail at specters in the dark. Right there with you. In hindsight, perhaps sending a lady in my stead was not the wisest of decisions. Pray ignore my ramblings. Did you ask somebody else to ask somebody out, Thancred? I traveled to Ul'dah to meet with Thancred's friend, the one who promised us that rare ore, and she began cursing me with words I've only ever heard from the mouths of pirates. I still have no idea what she was so angry about. I'm pushing ahead with my research as quickly as I dare. The next time you face an Ascian, I would have you fight with the proper weapon in hand. I must confess, the relationship between those crystal formations and the destruction of the Ascians quite escapes me. Professor Lambertaint has published a thorough study on corrupted crystals and their properties. I highly recommend you procure yourself a copy of his work. Truth interpreted is truth transformed. Today's heroes may yet become tomorrow's gods, or something else. Welcome home, Lore. Alphino was worried sick about you. Why don't you go and set his mind at ease? Oh, are you worried about me, kid? That's adorable. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Emeric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. You conversed with Midgard Sormer? I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Wormlord did not perish, and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Apparently, I fought his zombie ghost, and he still seems to be okay, so...
Has in sooth lain dormant. How long have you been talking to Orianjim?
Less a resurrection, and more of rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly, an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emeric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgard Sormer in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emeric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now.
Pray remain in the waking... Wait a minute.
Is there something you are not telling us, Lore? You seem different somehow. 'Tis almost as if you are missing something. Something important. "12 for Fend! Midgard Sormer stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you all right? How do you feel?" Mostly the same. I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. He gave me a third tit, you want to see? It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Sormer made mention of a covenant.
Is this Final Fantasy or Total Recall?
Midgard Sormer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Althik and Nymea, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgard Sormer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Hydaelyn herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Her ass window is so silly.
The whole outfit.
Like, I don't mind the skirt area. It's the not quite a heart chest piece that's weird to me.
Art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? Hey, listen. I think I've made it clear over the last 170 hours who the master of my fate is. What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal?
I'm unsure if that the master of your fate would be you or Ralger at this point.
Ralger only gives me direction. I decide.
I mean, let's be real. The master of your fate is your healer. let's be 100% honest.
100% awesome.
My friend,
Especially
I can
when there's
scarce
a
believe it.
fairy.
You confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale.
Sure did.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Because they don't have me on their side. Am I going to be sent at the dragons? As is usually how this goes? Master of my fate is Tataru.
Yeah.
The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet, regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. It would be really cool if the way I got into Ishgard was as a trial to fight the Dargans that have invaded it, and I have, after that, an experience of, like, post-Atomos Lindblum. Though it was not Midgard's Sormer who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Alright, before we continue, I'm going to take a quick break and have a snack.
Right.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh wow, I'm about to level. I have 39,000 EXP to go. I've been level 55 for like 3 months. Ere I forget, I believe Moonbreda has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Huh, she's taller than me, not counting my ears. The ears count for a lot, but... row women.
Yep.
All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we?
Always the solar, never the lunar.
I've summoned everyone to the solar. 'Twould seem Moonbreda has something exciting to share with us. But apparently, we three are the only ones here so far. Excuse me. There's the crew.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I
Hell
believe
yeah.
We're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Hell yeah.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know.
You know,
So,
since 2.4 to switch to
Ascian is immortal
2.5.
because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether.
I wonder what Ida's gonna sound like in Heaven's Word.
Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
I'm sure Moonbreda's thought of that, Ida.
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed.
I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve.
I doubt
reckon
they're
we've found the
more
answer. If it isn't
robust than
practical
a
to lug around
primal.
the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
So we gotta lure the Ascians to one of the crystallized areas. Got it.
Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
Okay, it's a good theory, but you have no idea how to do it?
If you think it was
she had no idea how to get us to the crystal safely, but we did it anyway.
I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the Ascian dies tonight.
I was going to go with Hrothgar sleeps tonight.
But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
That's the writers dodging having to explain how it works.
Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Okay.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
And by that you mean me.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the
Inveigled's a
bush.
fun word.
There's
Yeah.
no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become
She
a
does
crystal
not have that in
brave
her
like
character,
Dr.
Rion J.
Alfeo, we could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalimo shall accompany you. Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Arianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you're able. Go well, and be safe.
Oh, safe is not a word that Moonbreeder knows.
Moonbreeder's brilliant.
Yeah, she's great. Alright, has everybody moved?
Yeah, they are active this patch.
We do seem to be running low on provisions. I believe an excursion to the marketplace is in order. For a small organization, we certainly chew through a prodigious amount of foodstuffs. Perhaps I should put a lock on the larder door. Or just keep an eye on Hoary Boulder. It seems you have barely arrived before you must once more plunge into the fray. Duty is an unforgiving mistress, eh? Though the tasks we tackle are not like to be as realm-shaking, Coltene and I must also heed her call. I see that the Scions once more ready themselves for the road. I, too, must make preparations for an absence from the Rising Stones. Where are you headed? Hori was most eager to join you on the front lines of battle, but as fate would have it, the antecedent had other plans for our talents. Yeah, where are you guys going? Anyone over here? No. Empty place today.
Well, most of the signs are heading off to Northern Thunderland.
'Twould seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The 4th have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilrid will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at our headquarters in Ul'dah. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines.
Right, let's go inveigle ourselves.
Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Flamen travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front, or we shall fall. How extraordinary that my little Acilia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections. but I fear that Ul'dah has become a place of danger even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah! Woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, milady. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? At the cerulean processing plant. Oh. Literally teleport right there. Cool. I bet rose-sized armor is more expensive than Lala-sized armor. I would bet the opposite, actually, because there seems to be less demand for Lala-sized armor. So it'd be a rarer thing to make.
Lalafell do tend to, law-wise at least, tend to tilt towards the more magical professions. Lala supposedly have a bit of a natural affinity to magic.
Yeah, it doesn't show up in game because then, like,
then you'd be forced to pick a Lala.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because like World of Warcraft is that way, and it sucks because people min-max the shit out of that game, and so it's like, oh, you want to play a paladin, you have to play, you know, whatever race is most OP this month.
Hey, TacoCat393, hello yourself. How's it going? Commander Loreweaver sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand. The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Rabon's push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garleans could begin marching on us at any time. Pray, speak with Lieutenant Edelstein, then we might coordinate our counter strategy.
It's an unusual name.
In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. I'm welcome everywhere I go.
Or else.
No, the or else I save for my enemies.
And if you're not welcome, then there you go. You got your enemies.
Corporal Weaver, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draftsmen, you see, have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices. Devices of Imperial design, no less. By my order, the Flames stationed here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial army. I would once again ask for your aid. We've been keeping a close eye on that Garlean garrison, and 'twould seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take to the field to meet this assault head-on. I have apprised your fellow scions of the situation, and am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alian, and lend your much-welcomed strength to the counteroffensive. Oh, that's a cool phoenix. Oh, it's a mount. Okay. Be it a squad of soldiers or some Magitech monstrosity, I shall allow no foe to harm the lovely Moonbreda. I don't think she's going to sleep with you, man. Considering the weapon she wields, I don't believe the lady is in need of additional protection. Is that a big-ass axe? Holy shit.
Yes,
that's a cool axe.
I had it for a little while on Bryn.
Isn't it a beauty? A lady merchant in Revenant's Toll simply gave it to me. Said she was investing in the future or some such. Hey, free axe. Have you ever seen Moon swing her axe? Swipe, slice, cleave. There's really no stopping her. Now that is an impressive piece of steel. Right then. Time to see if all this training has paid off. Rauger, guide my blade. Glad to have you with us, Lore. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castra Meridianum. Their main column assembles to the north, near Dalamud's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbert. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The Third was getting restless holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, 'twould be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the Fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the Third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuyuhase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Oh, he's literally right here. All right. A pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. All the better for me to slaughter them one by one. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And, seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. You're throwing me at them alone? I mean, I appreciate the faith, but that's a little annoying. Can't you at least send a healer with me? We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion.
Asking for a healer is some real black mage talk there.
Unless they're white mages, they don't necessarily get along with white mages.
Oh, wrong button.
Oh yeah, we're in the same party, so we don't have to do double. That's...
Elena and I are making our own fun.
Yeah, what are you
Hey,
doing?
got the name right. Turtles are involved.
Oh yeah, I should summon Pixel. Pixel, it's been a while. How you doing, man? You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that, between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. Yeah, I killed like 6. Are you sure that's enough? These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. Did they? It was pretty easy. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Alian know the west is clear now. I would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Adelstein.
Alright, back to the Lieutenant.
I'm gonna stop with the turtle now because it genuinely does spin around like that.
Pardon?
I'm stopping with the turtle because it genuinely does make me a little nauseous watching it spin around like that.
At least it doesn't spin the camera.
Yeah.
Corporal Weaver, what news of the Garleans? Their raiding parties are no more, then? Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Oh, materias. Cool. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alian has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogadin lady with the large axe. so it appears she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Hey, I'll always check in with Moonbreeda.
What a rude errand.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe.
Badass!
I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one.
It's a cool axe. Power to ya.
And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it?
Takes all types.
Aye, that ought to do it.
I thought we were testing being able to draw it from a ways away, Moonbreeda. You're like 6 feet from the thing.
So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed?
So are explosions as much a part of your work as they are of mine?
The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether. Which just leaves the small
She did
matter
say
of
that
forging our blade.
explosions were a possibility with this test.
I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
I'll bet the blade comes out of that siphon thing.
She senses me. A useful talent.
A useful talent.
Ah.
Hanassian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
That's her.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Okay, it was pretty clear what he was saying, Moonbreeda.
He might not actually be talking Eorzean there.
Oh.
You can understand any language because of the echo.
That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales.
Yeah, nice mutton chops, loser.
And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Oh no, the axe!
You must concede that I acted in self-defense.
Love how much the other Asians hate La Habrea.
Sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken.
Now is the time to claim the staff.
The staff? Louis' staff?
With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us? Nobrialis, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis' staff.
I knew it!
Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
She'll be fine. She'll just put a pickaxe in his skull. If I'm right, and the Ascian is after Tupsimati, then we'd best make all haste back to the Rising Stones. Minfilia must be warned. Pray return!
I like to think that law says.
Excuse me.
I like to think that law says pray return every time he does it, and the rest of the signs know, but Minfilia doesn't, and they just can't help. But they just can't quite bring themselves to break it to her that you're making fun of her.
Are we gonna find everybody dead again? You're here. Master Louis' staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now.
What is with Minfilia and uninvited Ascians?
You two.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
Oh, we'll see about that. Wait, was my presence here keeping you guys from showing up?
Yep. And Midgar Samar kind of screwed that up, so, yeah.
Whoops.
That dragon's an asshole.
You truly do not know.
Saying whoops
Then
implies it was an
suppose
accident.
only
Dude's
right
just
that
kind of an
I
asshole that way.
enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
So only a few of the Ascians are from this planet. Interesting.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
So am I going to throw a fireball at him or what? Oh, shit! Oh, no! But I like her!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed?
Apparently.
The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now.
Because you just told me.
All, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
And he's just like, promise?
Because you just told me, Fox Boy.
Woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Kidnapped again.
Everyone needs a hobby.
So I'm just not going to throw a fireball at this guy this whole time? Alright. Standing and watching. Well.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
You got it. The Chrysalis now accessible. Is that a trial or a dungeon?
Trial.
Trial.
Oh, cool. All right, chat. Everyone who wants in, sign in and let me know.
I'm reminded of. So, like, I've been watching this a couple of guys play through Mass Effect for the first time. And a running gag they got through Mass Effect 2, and a running gag they've had the entire time is their disappointment with Jack versus Cutscene Jack. Because Cutscene Jack is an incredibly powerful biotic who is like just destroys everything in her path, and then Gameplay Jack is, you know, another squad mate. And the Warrior of Light kind of has the opposite problem, where, like, in gameplay we are just these unstoppable god slayers, and in cutscenes we stand there and watch the battle start.
All right, we've got a party of 7. Is there anyone else? We are in Exodus on Primal, Taco Cat. If you want to be our 8th.
Well, if Taco Cat's on the way, that's 8.
Yeah, this is a tough one to do minimum item level, but it's fun, I think.
We'll give it a shot.
I can heal. Melena's a little gun-shy about healing after last time, but I can heal.
Taco Cat is offering to heal.
We are going to need a second tank, though.
I can also second tank.
Cool.
All right,
I can do everything. I can do anything.
It's kind of a joke if we do it normally. Yeah. I'll invite you once you're on our data center, Taco Cat.
What's your character name?
Taco Cat says they're a better tank than a healer. Do you want to swap spots, Minda?
Yeah, I'll stick with healer then.
Okay.
Oh yeah, do we have a melee DPS? Because right now I can see 2 bards and a dancer in our party right now. I don't know if anyone's sticking with that though.
Fran Inori.
I'll be main tanking first if that's fine by you.
All right, mana switch to samurai. So we got somebody to drop the LB3.
So while Minfilia's captured, I may have just like stolen her chair. I'm the antecedent now.
Because yeah, if we're going in with minimum, one of those situations where we actually do want to use the proper LB3 at the time.
Yes.
Fran Inori. Invite to party. Invite sent. All right, we got a full party.
The thing that's playing, by the way, is the Ascian theme. It's called Shadowless.
Oh. So like every other NPC in this game.
That's the thing. Original, as long as you've got the settings to show shadows. Originally, at least in 1.0, Ascians were the only NPCs that didn't have shadows, and you could tell if somebody was being possessed by an Ascian based on whether or not they had shadows.
Well, that's a cool detail.
Yeah. All right, Duty Finder.
Have you got us on minimum item level if you want to do that?
We are on minimum item level Silence Echo.
Cool.
Excellent. It's a trial chrysalis.
Oh, there it is. Okay. A ruthless Ascian known as Nabriales has intruded upon the sanctum of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, spiriting away both the antecedent and the powerful relic she refused to yield. Pursue the Paragon through the dimensional rift and prize Minfilia and Tupsimati from his tenebrous grasp. All right, let's go. Taco Cat, and everybody else who's in the party. At the end of every dungeon and trial, we like to
take a group screenshot.
Yeah, take a group screenshot that might make it into the thumbnail of the YouTube video. So stick around for that. Oh, that's a cool door. Oh, this is a cool arena. We'll probably get a cool screenshot out of this.
And I'd wager that statue there would be a good backdrop.
Yeah. Looks all fleshy.
believe the statue is supposed to be their god.
That's Zodiark?
Depiction of him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously it's not the Zodiark, or we'd be turbo fucked, but...
Yeah. Okay. Way. That was literally on my screen a row of design portraits and a row of default portraits.
Yeah, while you were doing that, I did go and make myself a custom portrait, so I'm not a scrub anymore.
Yep. Okay. I'll just do a ready check.
Some H-Lore make a portrait, eventually. Hey, Minda, you got your fairy out?
No. I do.
Double. That's the first.
I've gotten a fire starter cast for every single one of my Fire 1 casts.
Spark is interesting. It's like half attack was supposed to, but he casts double or triple like in Final Fantasy.
Alright, so what you want to do is you want to run into orbs, so like run into a red orb, then a blue orb.
Yeah, because blue does physical damage, but also gives you a physical vulnerability, and red is magical and gives a magical vulnerability, and they will swap if you swap them.
Oh, I was trying to run into the orbs and it killed me.
Was it the same orb twice? Because that will kill you.
No. The first one damaged me, and then I walked into a second one and it damaged me.
Oh, they do damage you. The issue is if they get to the boss in the center, it'll power up his big attack. So we have to.
Damn it!
We have to accept. End of things.
Ooh, I barely dodged that one.
I was standing right on the border, but I knew I was outside of it.
That's the pro way to do it.
Oh god, triple.
Ooh, baby, a triple.
Whew.
All right, 50%.
It's actually kind of a cool fight when you don't just breeze it.
Yeah.
%.
I'm down.
Orb time?
Orb time.
Yep.
And I have to alternate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's summoning ads now?
Some of the orbs will turn into ads with him.
Ah. Ow.
Quake 3. Arena.
Well. $25%. $20%. Has he power over time itself? Oh, that's Minfilia saying that. Okay.
I now have over a minute of invincibility. Any buffs that were active before you come in here get extended.
I think we're in trouble because we don't have a tank for the meteor.
Don't worry, get it.
Somebody LB that ether tear.
Get limit break the tear. Oh shit, I can't get to that. I still have 30.
LB the somebody.
Somebody
melee.
Limit break the tear.
Want me to?
Or just even attack the tear for a start. Jesus Christ, somebody.
I'm trying to limit break it. It won't.
Okay. You're too late. We're dead.
Yeah.
The other thing is like also only tanks can run into the meteors.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like a bunch of people were just running into the meteors and dying instead of attacking the tear, and that killed us.
Yeah. So, DPS, focus the tear. Mana or Milena, definitely limit break it. Me and Fran will be taking the meteors.
Cool.
And if you've got any attack or defensive buffs that you can activate when the portal opens, use it, because when you get in there, they will be extended by like about six times the normal length. Hence why my 10 seconds of hallowed ground became over a minute.
The Terra Milena is it was on one of the sides of the arena. It's an ad that you can look around for.
It was also literally the only enemy on the...
Yep, it's the only thing there.
It was the only thing you could attack.
Right before you get sucked in, pop sprint. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, before any buffs that you have active when you get sucked into the tear are magnified by like six times in length. Because you're being dragged into warped time.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's start the countdown.
I remember this boss fight was a pain in the ass right in the middle of the rally. This boss was a huge pain in the butt right in the middle of the WoW refugee wave, because like this is the first like big skill check that you run into, and all these World of Warcraft babies were like, "What do? Attack what? LB? Huh?"
Yeah, there's a big issue was World of Warcraft has tools that will basically tell you exactly where to stand and what to do in their high-end content.
Yeah.
we don't have that in
Yeah.
Final Fantasy XIV, and
Yeah.
they were jumping straight into high-end content without expecting it to be actual skill related and just crumbling.
How fight without add-on?
Yeah, there was an infamous one, Quinn or something.
Where are the eels?
Yeah, where are
Yes.
the heels? He said after standing in like 3 AoEs all at once. And he also skipped the story and then said, "I don't think the story's as good as WoW." Like, how would you know? He got to the first dungeon, then story skipped and started doing the Stormblood raids. Like, one of his own mods called him out for it. Oh, I didn't realize that was double. Oh, and here comes triple. I need healing. Okay, 1, 2, and I'm through. Yeah, like I said, Spark is basically half a tank buster, but he uses double and triple from Final Fantasy VIII beforehand, meaning it becomes a full tank buster or a tank buster and a half.
Oof.
Yeah, I've been having fun dealing with that.
And here it comes. I don't have full defenses. I'm about to die. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how I hit this.
Oh, I'm gonna die in this explosion. Okay, maybe I'll live. Thank you.
Oof. That was painful looking.
Ah.
He does his sucking thing at what, 20%?
Roughly, yeah.
So it's coming up pretty soon. Here we go, get to the edge of the arena.
Damn it, I didn't pop sprint fast enough.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Alright.
Alright, so kill the ethereal tear, avoid the
Avoid the meteors.
Yep. Me and Fran have to alternate.
Alright, there's the tear. LB3 it.
Oh, that did a lot of damage. Nice.
Yeah, that's what the LB3's for.
I'm not going to make it to that one in time, I don't think. Okay.
And from here, it's pretty much just smooth sailing.
Oh, he teleported right on top of me. That was startling. Oh, and my fire thing wore off just in time, so I have to stand here waiting for 800 MP.
Oh. I am gonna die. Yep. Thank you.
Alright, remember, don't leave the arena if you want to be part of the group pick.
Wait, who's that? Oh, Raphael died.
Secret Ashen Man.
Oh, I died.
So, we want the injured midfielder in the screenshot, right?
Do we? I think we should focus on the edge of the arena where we want to get in the screenshot.
I know, but she's right next to the statue as well.
Oh, fair enough. Why don't I stand directly behind her?
Yeah, we're going to be right in the middle of the portal, but, you know, you can get rid of that in G-pose.
Yeah,
Here, let's try to balance out so that, like, Zodiark is in the middle of our group.
Right, sir. Okay, I'm gonna do the G pose now then.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Okay, first let's sort the little.
Whew. So yeah, that was that.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want the lighting to be a bit more pep.
It just occurred to me watching Taco Cat's character that Final Fantasy XIV fans and cosplayers at cons probably do the Final Fantasy XIV dances all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm going to a con in February. My mom's taking me as a birthday present from August.
I'm going to a con next week, so I'm actually going to miss the stream.
Aw.
Which is a shame because you might finish AR next week.
I mean, we're gonna get through 2.5, and you said today, and you said 2.55 was twice as long, right?
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Twice as many quests, but the quests might not necessarily be as long.
How far through 2.5 are we right now?
We're basically at the end.
Oh. All right.
Like the trial was the finale, so quest, and then yeah.
How's that one?
Let's take a look. I like it. That's pretty good. Let's paste that in chat.
Awesome.
That looks like it's, unless there's something more awesome that happens later in the stream, that's probably going to be the YouTube thumbnail.
I can think of some things that might happen. We'll see.
That is a good color for the arena. That's a good color for the backdrop.
All the purple crystals.
Yeah, I like that.
I actually have my my Astrologian Glamour shot here. It amuses me that the map says we're at Madonna, given we're very much.
We are very much not in Mordona anymore.
There are 14 thrones around the arena. Interesting.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
How about you? Are you safe, Moonbreeder? Are you going to be okay? Quick, slurp up his soul. Did he just make another body immediately? He did.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all?
So hey, remember what you were saying about how you didn't think
I didn't think Ascians were what?
You didn't think Ascians would be as tough as Primals?
Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, Scions.
Well, we've got a ticking clock on us then. Quick, slurp him up! Slurp him up!
There will be no next time. This is the end.
Pokeball, go.
Alright, but how are we going to make the blade? I guess the scepter thing that Moonbreeder has?
What trickery is this? No. No. You cannot. No.
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free.
Don't just stand there and nod. Do it!
Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me. I shall make you pay for your insolence.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light.
Yeah, come on.
Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Are you gonna sacrifice yourself, Moonbreeder? Don't!
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
No!
Master Louis.
No!
I understand now the choice you made.
No!
In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You daft old coot.
God damn it! I like her! She's cool! And also hot. I wanted her to stick around!
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Well, his fucking better work after that. Well, fuck. That sucks. That sucks. Rip best Scion aside from Totaro. Yeah, seriously.
This game is not afraid to kill people, as you can see.
Yeah, but that's a waste of a character. She was so much fun. So are we going to have to feed somebody to the staff every time we want to kill an Ascian?
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice.
And here I thought she was going to stick around for the 3.0 quest. That sucks.
I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
I think it's best that I hold on to Tupsi Mahdi, though.
Are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
Oh, buddy. Yes, I kicked the shit out of him, but...
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
Presumably not. Well, he will now.
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens. Yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not?
That's very poetic, actually. That's kind of profound, actually. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louis. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history.
Well, fuck them then.
When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence.
Oh, what does that say about his relationship with you, that he took you along? He was okay with you not having your own path.
Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoix's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart.
Oof.
Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Oh.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
The game really wants him out of the way, huh?
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Thancred, go get him drunk.
Go get him drunk, he'll start talking normally.
Poor autistic man loses the neurotypical that adopted him as a friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our list of grievances against the Ascians was already overlong. Must I continue to add to it? I love Urianger and his character development, but God is the price for it too high. She got done so dirty, fridged for the sake of his development. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Oh, what a shame. She was so fun!
Well...
Yeah. Also, by the way, that scene with Urianger...
Pardon?
Because the Japanese voice actor gets way more emotional about it.
Yeah, it would... Honestly, if Oriange's current voice actor was involved, it would probably have been a hell of a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, like this scene, like it's still like this scene, like that scene is still pretty sad because it's inherently sad, but it's also like the dialogue is way too expositional, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's the backstory on the character who just died. Would have been nice to get some of this story earlier, or had her stick around long enough for it to matter.
Still, I wouldn't say she's quite been fridged, because at the very least, she's clearly done things in her time here that will have long implications on the plot.
Yeah, but like the Japanese VA for Oriange hits that scene a lot better.
Would we had arrived a few moments sooner. Just a few moments. Oh, Moon, I miss you so much already. She was counting on the theory that a soul's ether burns brightest at the moment of its passing. A scholar until the very end. Never have I seen Oriange so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlayan Manor to celebrate Moonbreeda's life and mourn her passing. Alright. Direct hit rate, critical hit, or determination materia. I'm guessing I want critical hit materia?
Generally.
Although I think this is level 4 materia, or
yes.
5, it's worthless. It doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like, the only materias worth a damn are 1, 2, or 3, because people use them for the relic weapons, or 9 and 10, because those are the current materia. Almost everything in between, you can pretty much just vendor.
Fair enough. As Moonbreeda was a native of Charlayan, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the mark of the scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? No. Enlighten me. 'Tis a monument found at Wraithfrost, and is sacred to Taliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul, and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Wraithfrost. I don't think I've been there before. Oh, it's in this area. All right.
Yep. South of the fog fens.
Can you kick me from the party and won't let me leave the data center while I'm in a party? Sure. You're Raphael Favinko, right?
That sounds about right.
There you go.
Yeah, Sanctferum was right. During 1.0, as the boom was falling, we actually visited the various Max of the 12 to pray to them.
Cool.
Well, I say we, I mean players at the time.
Yeah, they also are still involved if you get in wedding, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like as part of the wedding ceremony, you and your spouse have to like go around to the 12 to get their blessings. Which is a cute little lore thing to add to the whole ceremony of the thing.
Am I waiting for an NPC to load in?
No, there's this destination.
Ah, I see it. It's hidden against the blue crystal. Louis Swan inscribed the symbols of the 12 on them so that people would think it was a sign from the 12 themselves, which made them serve as focuses for his big ritual. Cool. God, she was such a fun character. This pisses me off.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Life for death, a fair exchange.
Oh, shut up, Mitty.
Other bargains will be struck.
So, could any of the rest of you see that, or... Why is it not letting me go in? There we go.
I think it just, yeah, the door just didn't load. Yeah.
Oh, new dialogue for everybody. The rising stones feels somehow colder. Moonbreeda always carried with her such an abundance of warmth and cheer. She sure did. We must find some means of protecting ourselves from Ascian intrusions. There must be a way. Considering how the story of Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia has gone, it's kind of surprising Moonbreeda hasn't been added to that game yet. Or it would be if they regularly added 14 characters, but they haven't even put Urian J in, so... Which one is Opera Omnia? Is that the mobile game?
Yeah, it's the mobile game that...
Gacha?
The weapons are gacha, but the characters are not.
Oh.
So, and whenever they add a new set of weapons, they always give you 11 of them for free.
So does the story focus on dead characters?
The story is just a big crossover between literally every bloody Final Fantasy game, and they have like almost the entire cast from 1 to 15 in at this point.
Damn.
Interestingly, they did something really interesting with 4, in that all the characters have been taken from, at the very least, at the point of the story I got up to, all the characters have been taken from a point before the events of Final Fantasy IV. So you've got Dark Knight Cecil, like, so you're young. I've heard about your land of Fabul, for example.
Huh. Interesting. I don't feel much like talking at the moment. If you could just give me some time. Fair enough. I loathe to see Ida in such pain, but I have not the words to comfort her. Can you imagine it? I, Papalimo, the one who has an eloquent comment for every situation, am at a loss for words. Most of your comments are you being kind of a dick to her, dude. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me. As antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Lore? 'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louis Soir, Moonbreda, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Lore. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. Not even your mom? Well, I guess she's not here. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on towards the light of a new day. Well, this is new. And that's the boundary between 2.5 and 2.55, I assume?
I believe so.
Yep.
Man, what a waste of a character. She was so fun. Oh, that makes me mad.
Just like...
They could have used her so much more. The way I thought they were setting her up to be a character in 3.0. I thought she was going to be part of the plot moving forward, and I was excited because she was so much more fun than any of the other Scions. Oh, that's a waste.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So, how far into 2.55 is the next trial/dungeon?
There aren't any more.
Oh, it's
all single player from here.
It's a straight stretch to 3.0.
Fair enough. Deciding whether I want to call it there for the day or continue onward. That is a good stopping point.
I vote for continuing onwards.
Of course you do.
But, you know.
I think that's a good boundary for the day. We will pick this up next week with the start of 2.55. Man, that's a bit of a sour note, right? Like,
yeah.
That's a shame. At least she was fun while we had her.
And she may be gone, but not forgotten.
Yeah.
There was a trial in 2.55, but they removed it and replaced it with a solo instance.
Yeah,
you'll see when you get there. It's actually it is actually a little fun. All the characters going, well, you'd better gather your allies for this upcoming thing that you have to do, and it's like, no, you don't. You literally don't.
Yeah, it had a bad reputation as being the most boring content in the game.
Oof.
Yeah. You'll see what it's like when you get. So everybody, shut the fuck up about it.
So will I, because I've not seen it.
Okay, so that'll be it for today. Tomorrow will be the second to last patron stream of the month, The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky at 1 p.m. EST. Monday, I'm going to be doing a full game speedrun of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, which I've been wanting to do for a while. And hopefully that goes well. Tuesday and Wednesday are free days. We'll probably... hey, thank you for the follow, Taco Cat. I appreciate it. Tuesday and Wednesday are free days. We'll probably play Phoenix Wright on those days. Thursday is going to be an attempt at competitive Pokemon Scarlet. Just checking that out. Having a good time with it. Probably getting my ass beat, but, you know, whatever. And then Friday, Fire Emblem Engage comes out. And we're going to be focused on that as our free day game for a while. So look forward to that. And then Saturday will be Final Fantasy XIV. We'll be doing 2.55, at least half of it. So, for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.